and clicks keep the show tight. Politics, events, and much more. Borderline banter, never a bore. Tune in, listen, join the conversation. Borderline banter, your source of information. Welcome to the world of borderline banter, where we dive deep.
Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. It is Monday evening, afternoon. I hope you're having a good one wherever you are. Yeah, you're watching Borderline Banter, and I'm your host, Mike. And as always, we have Dustin here. Dustin, how's it going?
It's going pretty good. Happy new week, everybody. It's Monday,
Yeah.
so we gotta start another week up.
Yeah, you're back to work soon, aren't you?
Kinda. I mean, Thursday. It's not really soon.
Oh yeah, that's a week away. Holy shit, you lazy prick.
Yeah, I get like 2 banters before I even go back. So
No,
it's
yeah.
forever away, really.
Cool. Well, hope you had a good weekend. What you do all weekend?
Not a whole lot. Just a little more Garden City, but also we went to see a movie.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
haven't
really?
gotten a chance yet. Yeah, we biked over. We're in biking distance of a AMC theater.
Okay,
We
cool.
went to a movie.
What movie?
Deadpool and
Oh,
Wolverine.
of course, that was a movie you wouldn't saw.
Yeah.
Yeah, jeez.
Which, my review is, it was a really good movie. I mean, if you like Deadpool 1 and Deadpool 2, you will like Deadpool 3.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen Deadpool 2 yet. Ironically, I saw it getting filmed, but I haven't actually seen the movie yet. So, I just happened to be in Vancouver when they were filming a few scenes. It was kind of neat to watch, right? They got pissy with me because I was standing on the side watching. I'm like, well,
You're getting spoilers,
no, they're like, you're allowed to look, but you got to keep on moving. That's a rule. You got to walk a move, right?
Oh, you gotta
So-
actually have some intended
Yeah,
purpose.
because you might be a background person without knowing it, right? So they don't want people. But I hate to say, if I saw something crazy, I'd pull up my phone and record, wouldn't you? So, but yeah, but I hope you had a good. I'm like glad you had a good
Sorry if
weekend.
anybody heard that. Somebody
Yeah.
doesn't realize I'm live.
Oh yeah. Oh,
I just called them a dirty name.
did you?
Yeah.
Oh.
And then they said my bad. So maybe
Oh.
some remorse,
What are you talking about?
The person who was trying to call me felt remorse.
Oh, so
Reformed, maybe.
good. Oh, they're calling you on your phone.
Anyways.
I just heard the typing.
Well, on Discord.
On Discord.
So that's what I was like.
Oh.
It does that ding, 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 ding. I don't know
Oh
if
wait,
the
no,
chat
we didn't
hears
hear that. No.
Okay, so it's just
But-
me, just annoying me. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
But yeah,
douchebag. Your typing's you have a loud keyboard. Holy moly.
Well,
You know?
it's just because it's right by the mic, and I don't typically type. I move the mouse.
So,
Your
yeah.
mic,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
okay.
anyways,
Want to get started?
Not to spoil it too much, but in this movie, there's a Ryan Reynolds acting very, very Canadian. Like he's got
Yeah.
some scenes where he really amps up his Canadianness on purpose. It's very funny.
Okay, so
I don't know from a Canadian perspective if it's funny or if it's just Americans laughing at Canadians. But
yeah, it's probably just an everyday thing here for us Canadians. So it's like
Yeah.
it's not that funny,
he also did that thing where he included his whole family in the movie. So
Huh.
that's what it is. I didn't realize it while watching, but we watched a thing that shows all the Easter eggs and shit you probably missed.
Yeah.
And so they pointed all that out. Like even his baby.
Yeah, cool. I gotta watch Deadpool 2 one day. Once I watch that, I gotta watch a Christmas special, and then after that, I'll watch the newest movie. Yeah. So
Yeah, there you go. I typed a little bit more just for you there. Say hi to our chatter.
all right.
But other than the movie and Garden City, I didn't do much. So I think that's all I got. Did you do anything this weekend?
No, didn't do nothing at all.
Nothing exciting.
No, I sat at home. I sat on my butt and chilled.
That
So
was a good weekend.
packed up some stuff, cleaning. Not moving. Like just moving some things around the house. So I gotta keep it fresh.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm ready. If you are.
I am ready. What is our tagline here? Deepfakes or not? Or cheap fakes? I feel like we should say
No,
deepfakes
it's not
or
a
deepfakes
cheap
or-
fake. You know what the
What does
difference?
cheap fake mean? I
Cheap
forget.
cheap fake is when you cut the video. So you know how you see like a video of like someone freaking out and then it just shows them freaking out, but not what happened before, and they just don't show whatever. That's a cheap fake, just showing half the context. A deep fake is when there's actually it's meant to mislead you. So there's a lot of videos out there of Elon Musk saying this is offers only for Canadians. If you sign up now, you'll get this much Bitcoin, and it looks legit. Yeah, it's not real, but it looks legit. That's a deepfake, and those are all over YouTube. But yeah, let's go on.
So CTV News, of course, we go to Canada for our American political news.
Yeah.
A manipulated video shared by Musk mimics Harris' voice, raising concerns about AI in politics. So yeah, he made an AI video.
I don't know if he made it. He shared it.
There he is.
Yeah, there he is. Yeah.
Addressing the European Jewish Association. I guess, I don't know. So, manipulated video that mimics the voice of U.S. Vice President Kamala Harris, saying things she did not say, is raising concerns about the power of artificial intelligence to mislead with Election Day about 3 months away.
Remember back at the start, I was like, yeah, there's going to be deepfakes and it's going to interfere with the election. I'm not going to say who, but one of our old friends used to get really mad at me for saying that. Like, that's not going to happen. I'm like, I don't know. But, it's happening.
Well, it's already happened.
Yeah. But now it's going to interfere. People are, and the thing is, people are stupid. I guess I do mean to be rude when I say that, but people aren't that bright. They see it and they believe it. And I still do, but it's not hard to fall for something, especially if you see it quickly and you don't pay attention.
So yeah, did you watch this video?
No, I haven't. So.
Oh, you didn't watch it?
No.
We might have to find it then. The video gained attention after tech billionaire Elon Musk shared it on social media platform X on Friday evening without explicitly noting it was originally released as parody. The video uses many of the same visuals as a real ad that Harris, the likely Democratic president nominee, released last week launching her campaign. But the video swaps out the voiceover audio with another voice that convincingly impersonates Harris. Oh, maybe we don't need to. I guess they've got a quote.
Yeah, okay.
I, Kamala Harris, am your Democrat candidate for president because Joe Biden finally exposed his senility at the debate.
Okay, see right there, I would have been like, okay, this is fake. So
he claims Harris is a diverse.
Wait. You gotta do it in a Kamala voice.
I don't have a Kamala voice.
You don't have a Kamala voice yet.
No, because Kamala's always trying to be Obama. It's just in my Obama voice.
Actually, then that weird laugh. And then that weird laugh she does. Because her and Hillary both have that same laugh.
Because
hey, Brody. Welcome in.
Senility at the debate.
Yeah.
The first thing about running a country, it retains Harris for president branding. It also adds in some authentic past clips of Harris. Oh.
Oh, there it is. Can we watch it? It should.
Oh. Can you hear that?
Yeah, maybe it should turn up a little bit though for that. Huh? I guess I can't hear it on Kick.
Oh yeah, this clip. They included this.
This is real.
Talking about the significance of the passage of time, right? The significance of the passage of time. So when you think about it, there is great significance to the passage of time, and there is such great significance to the.
Now there's a small cut there, but that's only because there was a break. But she did say that.
Yeah, and the fourth time saying it was not very far from the first three, which were all in a row like that. And
I hope you can hear it now. I did turn it up. See, that was Obama. That was Obama.
Causes of the border crisis were catastrophic, but my knowledge of international politics is truly shocking. The United States shares a very important relationship, which is an alliance with the Republic of North Korea. It is an alliance that is strong and enduring. And just remember, when voting this November, it is important to see what can be unburdened.
She did say that too. She said that many times. Unburdened, whatever she means.
oh wait,
Yeah.
The country went to over the past 4 years.
You just wait.
You ain't seen nothing yet.
Yeah. There's a laugh. There's a laugh. Yeah. So.
It does show the,
Yeah. Okay. See, like honestly, anyone with a brain would know that was majorly fake. Like There's some real stuff in it, but you know she wasn't saying that. Like, come on.
So, what are we gonna do about things like this? Is it legal? Illegal? What do we do about this?
We'll find out. I don't know. Harris campaign spokesperson said in an email to the AP, "We believe the American people want the real freedom, opportunity, and security VP Harris is offering, not the fake manipulative lies of Elon Musk and Donald Trump." Yeah, okay. Should he even put it this as fake? Yeah, probably, but he was laughing in the post. But I don't know. What should the rules be about that?
I don't know. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
that's-
obviously trying to have
it's
an influence
new.
on the election, so shouldn't it be considered a campaign donation of some sort? Should it be monetized into a dollar amount? This is different than running an ad for her. This is an attack ad.
Well, that's not. But Elon Musk
Right.
didn't make it. He just shared it. So
Right. Sharing ads is still the same thing. I mean, it doesn't matter if you created it. You still did the sharing thing. You know.
I don't know.
Should there be financing, to the campaign so that this is all, above the bar? There should be a campaign donation, is what I think. Because he's clearly trying to put his finger on the scale, and that would cost anybody else money, and that money would need to go to the campaign. Otherwise, you're bypassing campaign finance laws, which is what I see this as. He's bypassing campaign finance laws.
But I don't know. I don't see it as a campaign. Like, I don't.
Well, it's clearly supposed to get people to vote one way or another, right? How is it not about the campaign? It says Harris for president.
Well, Saturday Night Live has done shit like this all the time, you know? They make fake clips every single election year, you know what I mean? So they don't
Yeah,
give a
but
shit.
I think they hide under the their openly satire, kind of like Fox News openly hides under their entertainment. They literally say they're not news, they're entertainment. That's why Fox can do what they do. Same thing there. They're not beholden to the same thing.
Yeah, I don't know what the rules should be on that. I thought it was pretty funny. Now, I've seen fakes of Biden, I've seen fakes of Trump, I've seen fakes of Elon, I've seen fakes of many, many people. There might even be fakes of us out there. You never know, right? So
It could easily be.
you
yeah.
just got to pay attention and look. That's the scary part. You got to, like, don't believe
So
everything.
The original
So,
user who posted it, we should give credit to the original, not
Yeah.
Ellen. YouTuber known as Mr. Reagan has disclosed both on YouTube and on X that the manipulated video is a parody. So again, hiding behind that same thing that it's obviously satire or parody.
Okay.
It says it on it, and that's exactly why Saturday Night Live is fine. It says it's a parody. You know that disclaimer at the beginning of South Park? That kind of shit.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
They're allowed to do it because they literally have a disclaimer. Elon posted this with no disclaimer. That's the problem here. He posted it like it's
This is
real.
amazing.
Mr. Reagan didn't post it like it's real. Ellen did. And that's where Ellen, it doesn't matter that he made it or not. He posted it as though it was real. As though it was a campaign ad. You know? So I think somebody should take him to court just to see. Because, like, otherwise, anybody in the world
Harris, yeah.
with whatever they want, saying whatever they want.
I actually was playing with the AI today, a video AI that creates videos. It's very creepy. Actually, I'll show it to you afterwards. If we haven't even talked yet. But it says at the bottom a disclaimer. We do not take any, exactly, but as a disclaimer saying, if you use this for any political or anything to mislead and, like, defame someone, we're not liable. It's pretty much exactly what it said. So
Exactly what says?
this video thing saying that this AI video saying if you make any of these videos to just because you can post a picture of somebody and it will put him in the video. It says it does not take credit. It's like pretty much saying don't do it, but if you do it, we're not taking any liability for it.
Right. So the software company software that lets you do this, they're never going to be in court for it.
Yeah.
Right. Because
Thank
they
you.
put
That's
that in
a
there. It's
software.
a disclaimer. Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah, of course. That's the smart thing to do. This says as of Sunday, there is no community notes. You know that community note feature?
Yeah. I know for sure. Don't you worry.
Have a note? No,
So-
this is not real.
It does have a note on it.
Does it now?
Yeah. So
as of Monday, and as of Sunday afternoon, and as of Monday, it now does. What's the note?
let's see what the note says here. Boom. Actually, you know what? Let's do it this way. Let's just go here. I got the ways to do this now where we don't mess up. Well, hopefully.
And it says X has a policy with an exception for memes and satire as long as they do not cause, quote, significant confusion about the authenticity of the media.
When did he post that? Okay, he posts a lot. Holy shit.
Yeah, this says he posted it July 26th at 5 p.m.
July 26th. Okay, holy moly, Elon
Yep.
Musk.
Yeah,
I've been scrolling for a bit, so keep talking, I guess, because I'm scrolling. I'm not even 24 hours away yet.
All right, so of course Musk endorsed Trump earlier this month. I don't know, we did the news on that, but I read about it.
Okay, I found it. Here we go. Hey, she. No, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Let me go here. Okay, boom. So, again, I did it. I guess I don't know what I'm doing.
You don't.
Okay, just 1 second. There's
It's
this.
Firefox. It's pretty close.
It's all right. It's all right. It's still Firefox, but boom. Okay, here it is. And here's the community note. Nope. Okay. This video pity the voice over Kamala AI generated. Now, I guess I don't know if I was supposed to show you this, but I am a community noter. But I don't think it matters. So I can rate notes, but there's notes on there, right? So, but yeah, there's notes everywhere. There's several notes, and I can rate them. I'm not going to rate them right now because I want to read them. But most of them are probably just going to say, and everyone's going to jump at the chance and try to community note Elon Musk. And a lot of them are stupid. A lot of people will
This
say,
needs a note. He
Yeah, I
didn't
know.
put parody or satire
I
on it
know.
like
I'm
his
just
foreign
saying.
policy says.
I'm just saying. On most of his tweets, anyway, there's usually 100 community noters trying to do it, and every time they do that, they lose a community note status, unless it's a real note. Like Elon's starting personal opinion. Boom. This is amazing. So that's proper, right? He's like, it's a personal opinion, and then they say why, right? I don't know how they got away without posting a link, but okay, we'll go back to you now.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's commenting on the "this is amazing" part of it, where he says "this is amazing." I think they're commenting on the lack of saying this is a parody of satire. But you know, he owns the platform, so the odds of him getting punished for violating the policy of his platform are pretty low. Pretty low. Pretty low. Apparently, they had 2 experts specializing in AI-generated media come in and reviewed the fake ads audio and confirmed that much of it was generated using AI.
You know what? I'm gonna come out and say this is like you guys can hire me for half the price, okay? Like I can probably do just to get as good of a job. But yeah,
So apparently, Rob Weissman, co-president of Advocacy Group Public Citizen, says, "I don't think that's obviously a joke. I'm certain that most people looking at it don't assume it's a joke. The quality isn't great, but it's good enough. And precisely because it feeds into pre-existing themes that have circulated around her, most people will believe it to be real." That's according to Weissman.
so yeah, then he should retweet it and be like parody, and boom, solve the problem. Not solve it, but yeah, deepfakes are gonna be an issue. It's definitely gonna be, especially when there's just audio. Like that's when you got to be very careful, you know. Like, oh, this is a phone call they had. It's like some people are gonna believe it and they're not gonna hear the story. So it can be, I guess, it can be considered election interference.
Well, yeah, look, in Slovakia in 2023, there were fake audio clips impersonating a candidate discussing plans to rig an election and raise the price of beers day before the vote.
Oh,
Yeah.
don't fuck with people's beers, you know. I was like,
Yeah, well, also saying you're going to rig an election
Yeah,
is
so-
going to be like this is blatant, right?
the drunks don't care more
This
about
is
the
the kind
beer.
of
So,
effect
yeah.
you could have with a video like
Yeah.
that. So it's like,
And exactly, day of, you're standing in line to vote. You see that, you're like, uh-oh. Now, you'd be pretty dumb to do that. But again, some people might, you know.
apparently in Louisiana 2022, a political action committee's satirical and superimposed Louisiana mayoral candidate's face onto an actor portraying him as an underachieving high school student.
Remember that teacher? That teacher tried to get the principal in trouble, wasn't it? Or vice versa, I forget what.
Yeah, something like that.
But they got charged. There's actually charges for this now too, which I forget
Yeah.
what the charges were. But that's the thing. They got to come up with better charges and better, different tiers for
Congress
it.
has yet to pass legislation on AI in politics.
Okay,
so
there,
they
yeah.
don't
So,
have
yeah.
anything yet.
That's a
So
different
they-
tier, yeah. So that's a different tier because it is political.
Right.
You know, like, All right,
Should be
well,
hard. We'll just see if my government wants to do anything. I think that's actually the end. But yeah, there's also policies on these platforms. But what do you do when there's a super user who can't be done? You can't ban him. Like they
Yeah.
should be banned for this, but it's his platform.
But was it a rule or is it ever not? I guess as of Sunday it's a rule, but that was after, right? So
Well, no, the policy right here. The policy has an exception for memes and satire, but he didn't say it's a meme or satire.
okay, yeah, all right. So
But even in the case of that, as long as they do not cause significant confusion about the authenticity of the media, so you can't like bury your thing where it says satire in like a big ass block of text, like
yeah, at the end, right? But like yeah, okay, like a lot of media does too.
it has to be clear, like at the beginning, like South Park does. That's pretty much the golden rule of not getting sued.
Follow South Park, yeah.
Like Kamala Harris might be able to sue Elon over this, quite literally. But we'll see. You ready for the next one?
Yeah.
What is the next one?
For the BBC, Trump to be interviewed by FBI in shooting investigation.
Okay.
You know, because his story's gonna yeah. I guess no one thing they can ask, did anything different happen before? Like to see, because a lot of people are thinking that something more to the story. Like, is it inside job? Did they try to get him on there? Did they know about the shooter before? No, they're probably gonna ask him like, were they acting weird? Were they doing stuff? Did they just let you out there? So I guess there's some questions that gotta be answered. Because at first I'm thinking it's like, well, we all saw the video. Why do you need to be interviewed? We all seen it. Like, you know, there's millions of viewers.
Well, I mean,
But-
you gotta take the victim statement.
Yeah.
It's pretty normal,
But-
I think. I mean, I don't think there's gonna be much he adds to the situation.
Yeah.
And unless he did overhear something, but it would have already been probably hearing
Yo,
that. This is
yeah.
Donald Trump.
So
If he had more to add, he would have added it.
I think he already said that he did not know about the shooter. I think he
Yeah.
did that in an interview. Donald Trump has agreed to be interviewed by the FBI as part of its investigation into the assassination attempt at his rally in Pennsylvania earlier this month.
Since
In a-
what?
yeah, never mind. In a call with reporters on Monday, the FBI did not give a date for the interview, but said it would be a standard victim interview we do for any other victim of crime.
Oh shit, that's
Okay.
what I just said.
Yeah,
They're
they're-
copying me.
Yeah.
But yeah, they just need to get all the things. Like, what did you see?
But
What
yeah, we
happened?
want to get his
us your
perspective
timeline.
on what we observed.
And
Yeah, so
we've kind of already heard his perspective. He was, leading towards pointing to the screen. He had something on
yeah,
the screen.
and he
to
even
show
said that. He's
looking
like, if I
towards
didn't
the-
turn that, like even in his speech, he's like, I
And then,
should.
of course, he grabbed at his ear and then went down.
Yeah.
So I mean, we kind of know what he's going to say to them. I think he's already basically said it to us. I think that it's still going to be like the JFK shit, where there's answers we're never going to get. For
Oh
60
no,
years.
for sure.
The
If not longer.
obvious questions we have.
Yeah, like,
Alright.
actually, I think I told you, but I watched something popped up on my YouTube the other day, and it was Ronald Reagan's shooter, and he was talking about how he's free, and he's walking the streets, and he's like, I don't have to take my medication, but I still do, so I stay cool, and he looks crazy, and he's
Yeah?
like he clearly is crazy, but yeah,
If
it's
you don't do
like
anything with that craziness. It's
um,
totally fine.
I'm pretty sure there's a lot more to that than they talk about too. But again, something we won't know about for a long, long time probably.
And here's something I'd recently heard, but did you hear about this? Newly released text messages have revealed the 20-year-old was spotted by a local SWAT team more than 90 minutes before the shooting.
I didn't know about
Much
that. No.
earlier than previous thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Now we're saying 90 minutes before our SWAT team spotted the shooter.
Hey, there's a guy with a rifle.
Nothing.
Hi. Hi.
The messages obtained by the New York Times and ABC News will add to the list of security failures that preceded the assassination attempt against the president. I wonder, do they have the messages in here? I have no idea. Significant efforts conceals activity.
So yeah, on
Did
Monday.
did he really make significant efforts? He was spotted 90 minutes before he did it.
Yeah, well,
This is FBI on Monday saying.
and unless they let him go, right?
I mean, that's
Which
really
the
concealed.
plan, but this is the planning, which included 6 purchases of components for explosive devices, which conducted in a manner
Okay.
that would not significantly raise the suspicion of his parents. Okay, that's it.
I don't contest the planning on making the bomb because that was
No.
kind of a surprise for everybody. Like there was a bomb.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
Multiple investigations have been launched into what went wrong.
It's the spotting 90 minutes thing and like the
Yeah,
funds
and the
people couldn't scale and
Secret
everybody
Service-
grabbed pointing.
Secret Service chick stepped down, and what does she now not have to testify now? Does she get off? She's like, oh, I'm off, right?
Otherwise, why step down if you don't get to like run away? I would be
Yeah.
like, this is bullshit. I would have stayed up if I had to. Just, fuck you. I don't want to. You know what I mean? I have no idea. I would just run away if I were her. But she didn't take my last advice. I said fire somebody. So we'll see. Multiple investigations have been launched into what went wrong. So we'll see. Oh yeah, this article even mentions Cheeto resigning.
Yeah, because I already read that part.
On the day of the shooting, the agency was in charge of security within a fenced area, and local law enforcement were responsible for areas beyond that. Which is probably why we saw that video of dudes at the fence, like, well, we were not supposed to go beyond the fence.
Yeah, well.
And then you look, there's nobody on the other side of the fence giving a shit.
Yeah. I don't know. There's still lots of that. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, still, I've said it many times, and hopefully more people get fired. Hopefully more things happen.
So, they do have the text. At 16:19 local time, the local police sniper texted 2 colleagues who were in the second floor of a warehouse overlooking the site, telling them he was clocking off. As he left the building, he saw a young man sitting at a picnic table and notified the others, saying in a text, "Someone followed our lead and snuck in and parked by our cars, just so you know." By 1738, Crooks had moved from the table to the warehouse and American Glass Research Building, and pictures of him were taken and shared in a group chat.
So wait, go back up for a second. What time was that first one? 16:19. So an hour. Okay, so that was an hour and 20 minutes later. 19 minutes later. So what does that mean? He was clocking off. First of all, why are you clocking off halfway through a rally? What do you just like?
That's a great
question. That's okay. First of all, like, yes, you got your shift, but you should be going to a rally and working the rally, not doing shift change at a presidential rally, you know? So
you understand what time this is, right?
that's 4:20. Yeah. 4:19.
This is 4:20.
Yeah.
He clocked off at
right before.
4:20.
Okay, yeah.
And you're asking why? You're shouting why? It's right here. It's right.
Okay, so what does that text love? He's like saying someone followed our lead and snuck in the park by our cars, just so you know.
Yeah.
What does that mean? Someone followed our lead and snuck in the park, and snuck in a park by our
Wherever
cars.
they were parked, they were followed, and another person parked near where they parked.
And was that Thomas or whatever his name is?
Oh, yeah.
Crooks. Yeah, that was Crooks. Yeah. And did he not see the gun on his shoulder?
Well, that's a good question. Like, at this point, when he's sitting at the picnic table, where's the gun?
Okay,
Now,
so
it could still be in his car because
Yeah.
this is an hour and a half.
yeah, an hour and 20 minutes, an hour and 19 minutes later, Crooks had moved from the table to the warehouse. He said that American Glass Research Building pictures were taken of him and shared in a group chat. So yeah,
Pictures of him. So it's definitely him they're talking about.
yeah. So
kids learning around kid learning around building we were in. Does it mean leaning?
leaning around,
Leaning?
lurking.
AGR, I believe it is.
It's lurking. It's supposed to be lurking. They forgot the K.
Lurking. Kid lurking around. Yeah, something like that. I did see him with a rangefinder looking towards stage. FYI, if you want to notify SS snipers to look out, I lost sight of him. So, what is a reasonable reason to have a rangefinder?
Yeah. So
What does a rangefinder look like to you?
yeah.
Looks like a little handheld camera, basically.
Range Rider.
Something like this.
That's a gun. That's wait.
No, this is a rangefinder. This gives you distancing for taking.
Oh, range.
sight
Sorry.
photos.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Then where's the gun
so
then?
You
Yeah.
can sight your, this is so you can sight your rifle for the distance. He was doing planning. He was figuring out what the distance was. But this, okay, if you want to notify a Secret Service, I assume that's what SS is.
Yeah.
Troopers, and I lost sight of him. Other messages obtained by CBS and the BBC's news partner showed that at 17:51, a picture of Crooks was forwarded to a local officer who said that commanders were quote, asking for a direction of travel. Okay. About 20 minutes later, Crooks was dead, shot by the Secret Service. So yeah, that was just quite a timeline.
Yeah. That's. I don't know. So they knew more, and they let it happen, and that's what it is.
So they believe he arrived at the venue at 13:50 on the day of the shooting and flew a drone around the area for 11 minutes shortly after.
Yeah.
And then,
So
of course, all that stuff above was like 16:20 and later. And it was all that.
So within 2 hours of President Trump getting there, this guy's flying a drone over the area. No one thought that was suspicious.
Apparently not.
Because they're setting up shit. You're setting, like, nobody thought, and I'm pretty sure there's no fly zones when presidents are in, like that, and drones are considered by the FDA, aren't they? Yeah, you don't have to listen to it, but
So at 1350, he was seen flying a drone, and at 1730, he was seen using a rangefinder.
yeah.
Like,
So
connect
four,
some
yeah.
fucking dots, please. Like,
So-
this isn't that hard, is it? We didn't have all this info, but they did.
Yeah.
They had
See-
this. We were just looking at videos of people pointing and saying,
Hey,
"That's
Crystal.
enough."
Appreciate it. Thank you.
This is kind of egregious, and now I see why she stepped down, because this is like,
More than just failure. That's more than just failure. That's, yeah.
just under a half an hour before he was seen walking near the AGR building with a backpack.
It's okay.
I wonder if the
So-
gun was in the backpack at that point. It's like a collapsible stock type thing.
Maybe, yeah. Who knows?
In 1811, he was confronted by a local police officer. We talked about that about 30 seconds before he fired 8 shots in the direction of Trump and the crowd.
Okay,
was
so
the one
I
who had a
never,
chance to-
I never knew that timeline. I never knew from how long from when the cop shot him till he shot. They said shortly, 30 seconds. So the cop fell, he turned around, and maybe that's why he missed a shot too, is because he didn't have enough time to get it off.
I mean, maybe you could potentially say that. We can't really know, but we can say for sure that if this police officer had engaged him, he wouldn't have fired any of those shots.
Yeah, shoot to kill.
This
Like,
officer chose not to engage.
you know, and I
In a
get.
situation where I gotta believe he had some more info, like this info we're reading. He probably had some of this info and could make.
He
that
was seen with the
assessment that this is a
drone.
problem.
Now he was seen with the drone. Now maybe they weren't talking. Maybe Dave saw him with the drone.
Well, that's the
maybe
problem. I'm hoping to assume
Sam's the
that.
one that texted saying that they saw him.
you got local
Bob's the
police,
one that saw him walking
FBI,
around with the
being-
backpack. You know, like,
And this is local police, and then there's also FBI, and then there's
Yeah.
also Secret Service, and how much are
but
they
they're
saying
not
to us?
communicating though. So
You know, the FBI sees this, Secret Service, and they tell Secret Service that, but does local police know? They're also local police are just supposed to be outside the fence. They're not really even supposed to be going in there, but also the building he was on was in their purview, I believe.
and now it's Cook's now to believe to be have contacted early surveillance of the site on the 11th, two days
Yeah.
before.
Oh, even more
So,
surveillance. They
yeah,
showed 2 days before, and also like 4 hours before.
Now, like,
And
how
then
long
also
was he
30
planning
minutes
this?
before.
Because Trump was supposed to be convicted. His sentence was supposed to be July 11th before they changed that. So, this wasn't even going to happen probably until last minute. So that's something too, right? Like,
I don't know when Trump planned the rally. I don't know.
but yeah, but he was supposed to be sentenced on July 11th until that immunity case came in, and then they decided to change the date. So,
I don't know what that matters though.
but yeah,
That's just
because
coincidence.
he could have been on house arrest and the rally might not have happened. You know, like. Anyway.
Yeah, but he didn't and wasn't and
Yes, but
this is
you
just more
plan.
evidence of Cook's
But you
doing
plan. You
planning.
plan. Yeah, but you plan things. You just don't wake up. You don't wake up 2 days before. I'm like, I'm gonna
But
kill
are you
the
saying that
president.
Kirk's
So.
plan was based on that happening to Trump?
It seems like it
I
just
think they're
that's.
unrelated.
Yeah. Okay. They might not be.
This was
So.
this was him showing up and doing research, just like he did with the drone, just like he did with the rangefinder.
Yes.
This is
and
just this is that planning they were talking about. That apparently all these FBI, Secret Service, local police just didn't care. That all these
Anyway.
obvious red flags were tripped.
So, was it Tony Command has? So yeah, they had text.
They said above that they still don't have a motive, so that what you're speaking to would be a motive.
There has to
They
be
said they
motive,
don't
yeah,
have
so.
a motive.
I
I
yeah.
think it's the same motive that all these shooters have. So.
Well, they probably have a motive, but that's going to be archived, you know, right? Like, they're hiding lots of the stuff. And you said it yourself. They're not going to tell us anything. Surprised they even let us know about these text messages.
Well, they're telling us.
You
that.
know, like I'm surprised they're telling us about this.
It's just these aren't answering the questions we really want, and those are the ones we're not going to get for 60 years. So previous reports established that he was on the radar of local law enforcement about an hour before the shoot. Yeah, I mean, everything they're saying is they knew. Everybody knew. Everybody saw something, and nobody fucking cared.
Yeah.
Witnesses spotted the gunman. Yeah, we were already saying that.
All right.
And
Well,
I guess we're saying it's communication breakdown, I guess, but that's a really, really sad fucking answer.
yeah. Well, I just saw that. We're probably just going to loop into the same stuff we've been talking about. We can talk about it more, or we can move on.
Members of the local SWAT told ABC on Sunday they had no contact with the agency and had a face-to-face briefing failed to happen.
Yeah, because they didn't
Oh,
show up
okay.
to that. Yeah, they were supposed to be meeting that morning with Secret Service and everyone, but they didn't have it.
So yeah,
So.
I mean, and so we got members of SWAT saying they didn't get to meet with Secret Service.
Because
So
they're like, it's not
that's
important,
indicative of the lack of communication right there. And there was even more. That's just the tip of it. So we'll see. I mean, we're not done with this. Like you were saying before, both sides of the party, like Democrats and Republicans, are both angry. We got Hakeem Jeffries and Mike Johnson. Those are polar opposites right there.
Yeah, but because their safety's important too. They're at risk too.
Right. And this is just has too many like fuck ups. Like, who was fucking up on purpose is the question. That's the question I want to answer. Who
Kimberly.
was fucking up on purpose?
Kimberly.
Because I feel like somebody was fucking up on purpose.
She canceled all the Secret Service stuff. Like, right? She's the head. She's like, oh, let's not have a meeting.
Crystal did it.
No, Kimberly did it. The old director.
Kimberly Guilfoyle.
Yeah. Or she stepped down like she's guilty.
I mean, you'll never know. For 60 years. Do you have anything more on Trump?
No, I'm good.
I'm trying to think if there's any other news I've heard, but I think this is about it for this one. We'll stay with it though. Oh, I guess the other news is somebody posted a picture of Trump, his ear.
Yeah.
He got banned for it. Did you see the picture?
Well, I seen a fake one. That's clearly photoshopped,
Fake
but
one? Yeah. Well, was it the Associated Press photo?
no, I don't think so. No.
Let's see if I can find it. Trump ear. Yeah, they ran an article, a photo that appears to show Trump's ear with no damage after the attempted assassination is actually from 2022.
Oh wow.
So there you go. If
Wow.
anybody is seeing that photo, that's what's going on.
Well, the
there.
FBI had to come out and be like, yes, Trump was hit by a bullet, because there's some people saying, no, he wasn't hit by a bullet. There's nothing. There was no bullet. It was all fake.
And then somebody started running
So.
a photo to try to.
Yeah,
go with
like
it. Okay.
that's deep fake, you know.
another
So
fake.
yeah.
Another
And people believe. I think you're right, because I saw there's one that was photoshopped, and you can see the Photoshop inside of his cheek. And the comments were like, "See, it was all a lie." And these people were
That's
sick.
exactly why they want that. They want
Yeah.
to be able to go, see, it's all been.
Yeah.
They
Nobody
say,
died. It was all fake, you know. Yeah,
They're
fuck
planned
off.
it is
So.
what they want to be able to say, which isn't the case.
Ludicrous. That's ludicrous.
And
Yeah.
more and more, it's not
And-
Trump planned it. It's
And
all
that's
these,
and that's the thing. A lot of people don't want to admit that, even though they know it's the truth.
it's Uvalde 2.0. in my
All right.
opinion. It's a whole bunch of different law enforcement agencies cluster fucking a situation to the point where someone got hurt. Someone died, and Trump got hurt.
And two other people
And
got
two
hurt
people
too.
got hurt. Three
Yeah.
people got hurt, and one person died because of a clusterfuck of law enforcement agencies not working together, which is exactly what happened in Uvalde. You know, and I'm not making light of that. That is a tragedy that was brought about by the same problem.
Incompetent. Yeah. Okay.
Incompetency and lack of communication, and like everyone says they got the biggest dick type of attitude, I bet, is what's going on. You know?
All right. What's next?
I have jurisdiction. There's a South Park episode about this.
Yes.
I'm in charge now, or whatever. Oh, let's do something a little more lighthearted. How about that?
Okay.
From AP News, who we were just talking about.
Fake
Princess
news.
Leia bikini costume from set of Star Wars movie sells at auction. I wish they didn't put the amount in the title, because I was going to say, how much do you think it's worth? Spoiler.
175,000. Yeah.
175,000.
I'm crazy. Yeah. That's
So
actually
you
not
know-
as much
you
as
know
you.
bikini, right?
That's not as much as I thought it would go for. Honestly.
That's why I wanted to be able to ask, because this seems low.
You
doesn't
know,
it?
like yeah. But
Like this.
now that
okay,
Star Wars
for
is.
everybody who doesn't know, this is it.
But now that Star Wars was sold to Disney, maybe people are like, it's not worth it anymore. It's gone downhill. Star Wars is.
It's still from the original. Though.
Yeah,
It's like
but-
a Disney version.
Just,
of it.
but now when that movie starts, it says a Disney original at the beginning. So
Not if you have the VHS.
no, not if you have the VHS. Correct. So,
So yeah, 175,000 for this this piece apparently.
you know what?
Oh, they have another photo here of.
Now do you think someone's gonna wear it, or are they just gonna just show it and display?
Well, I mean, I guess it depends on who bought it.
Like-
So there's also a photo here of a Y-wing fighter that was used for filming the original Star Wars movie. Sold for 1.5
Yeah.
million.
Wow.
And it's just a little spaceship that they used. That's very accurate because they used it for filming.
That's crazy.
But also, it's just a little figure. So that's the kind of number I was thinking for the Leia outfit. I thought millions at least. But the gold bikini style costume that Carrie Fisher wore as Princess Leia while making Return of the Jedi in the Star Wars franchise has sold for 175,000. That might be part of it too. The fact that it was the third movie, not the
Yeah.
original movie.
But Carrie
I wonder
Fisher
what
did
her-
just die, so not just die, a year ago, I guess, but
I wonder if they sold the Leia outfit. You know, the white robes.
yeah,
Her
probably so.
original first Star Wars outfit.
Yeah.
I wonder if maybe that's where the millions
With the
are.
hair buns, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I believe,
with the hair-
yeah, so,
although
yeah.
I don't know if you get the hair buns with the outfit. I think you got to do that to your own hair. I don't
okay.
have enough hair for hair buns. You do.
The costume was made famous when Fisher wore it in the start of the 1983 film when Leia was captured by Jabba the Hutt and placed on Tatooine and forced to be a slave. Tatooine.
Spoiler for anybody who hasn't seen it.
Yeah,
I didn't say spoiler. But yeah, it kind of starts off with her abducted and Han Solo makes the save. I think.
When I was like 6 years old, my family and I wanted to watch this in theaters as a reboot, you know, because they kept releasing them, right? But yeah, we went and watched it in theaters, like the 90s. I remember it was pretty funny. Not funny, but I just remember it because it was like 30 years ago.
Oh, okay. Here's something that might
Yeah.
matter. So Joe Magdalena, the Heritage's executive VP, said the costume that was sold was one that was screen tested and worn by Fisher on the movie set, but ultimately did not make it onto the final version.
Ah,
of the
okay,
film.
yeah,
So switched out for one that was more comfortable.
That's so silly, but makes sense.
So,
you know? Yeah. So.
She did wear it, so if you're a creeper who wanted it just because she wore it, it is what you wanted.
I know there's some people that would want that, which is weird too, but
And it is a unique piece, but the better, more also unique piece is the real one.
yeah.
And so, okay, these answer some of the questions on the low amount, right? Apparently, this sparked a bidding war. I mean, what are you trying to tell me? It's a low number. No, it didn't.
Well, it's just still for a bikini. That's quite a bit. Right?
Apparently, that's just talking about that Y-wing we just talked about. But yeah. Wait, what? Apparently, this is Carrie Fisher about the outfit. When George Lucas showed me the outfit, I thought he was kidding, and it made me very nervous. I had to sit very straight because I couldn't have lines on my sides, like little creases. No creases were allowed, so I had to sit very, very rigid straight. Oh, you can see it, actually, in the movie. It was
Okay, well, okay. When was this
wasn't
interview
moved
taken?
humanly.
When was this interview taken? I wonder. Who died a month after the interview?
This was in
Well,
November of
I
2016.
guess I was completely wrong about her death. I'm like, it was last year. Holy shit. So, okay, so.
So this was 8 years ago. That she
Wow.
About this outfit, which is much later than the movie. She was probably asked about it many times because if the movie came out in '83,
Yeah.
surely in those 33 years there was somebody else who's like, "Hey, how'd you feel about that bikini?"
All right. Well,
Yeah.
that's all the light news we had for today. I'm going to go back into more grim, sad news.
Storage box. He used soft material to build the costume so that Fisher could move around more freely, and then she doesn't fucking move at all. So it's like,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, I think that's about all we have on the Star Wars costume. Interesting stuff. I guess we'll go back to the gloom.
Yeah.
Doom?
Why not?
Yeah.
From Global News. 2 children killed in mass stabbing in UK. Suspect in custody.
There's also many, many more entries
Yeah.
to the story. I'm thinking
It better be. As that sounds, it better be, yeah.
Is this video with it? Because this is saying 8.
Well, I don't remember being at 8.
Oh, maybe
Wow.
just 2 of them are children. Let's just get
Yeah.
into the article. Let's figure out what's going on. Let me make this a little bigger.
2 children were stabbed to death at a Taylor Swift themed event in northwest England, and a 17-year-old male subject was arrested. Piece of shit, you know. He was held on suspicions of murder and attempted murder. 9 other children were wounded, 6 of them critically, and 2 adults were. That might have been something different up top. Were
That
critically
might have been a different thing going on. That was a
critical
different-
critical condition. We believe the adults who were injured were bravely trying to protect the children, said Chief Kennedy from Merseyside Police or Mersey Police.
Whatever, police.
Yeah. She said emergency service arrived at the scene, found multiple people, many of whom were children, had been subject to a furious attack and had suffered serious injuries.
Yeah, I mean, you know, they've got a lot stricter gun laws, so a lot of their heinous crimes are committed with knives in the UK. It's kinda
And
crazy, but that their
which
thing.
is crazy it is, you can do quite a bit of damage with a knife, just like
Yeah,
maybe
I'm
not as
amazed
much,
every
but
time I read these of how
like-
much you can do.
like this, yeah, it is pretty crazy, right? People don't realize that it's just as dangerous. Like, you don't want to say just as dangerous, but it is it's just as crazy, right? She said, okay, yeah, sorry, and an advertisement posted online described the event as a yoga and dance workshop for children aged between 6 and 11.
So if this dipshit, this guy who did this, was like coming here on purpose, he knew he was coming to an event.
Kill
with
kids, yeah. Well, he's a
6 to
kid.
11-year-old kids.
Well, he is a kid
doing
too,
dancing
right?
and yoga.
So.
Like what the fuck, man?
And
How
because
fucked
he's
up
a
are
minor, and this is the
No,
UK,
Trade is
they're
an
not.
adult.
No,
This
not in
is-
the UK. You don't understand. The UK is as weak as Canada when it comes to
Well,
minors.
Let's
So
don't spoil it. Let's see
Yeah.
if the article says what they're charging him. with,
Yeah.
you know? Merseyside police said the motive for the attack was unclear. It was not believed to be terrorism related, and they were not looking for anyone else in connection with the stabbing. If I'm gonna guess at the motive, it's gonna be fucking incel. Well, that's just a guess. I don't care what Keir Starmer has to say.
you're just saying, oh, sorry, but yeah.
I don't care what Keir Starmer has to say. Ever. Police said armed police had arrested the suspect and seized a knife after being called around 11:50 a.m. to an address in Southport, north of Liverpool.
Isn't it weird how they have to say armed police there? You know, like because it's the UK. Armed police.
Yeah,
Most
but,
of
They
cops.
do separate that out.
No,
They have
yeah, most of cops don't have arms, right? They're just got the baton and their mace. So
Yeah. So yeah, the PM, Keir Starmer, and King Charles both expressed their shock at the attack and sent their condolences, as expected.
yeah,
Your leaders are expected to do that. It's funny though that slight thing where you expect it, and it's like, oh yeah, they did the obvious thing. We don't get that from Trump. So
I don't know. I think I've seen him
stuff.
do it. So
well, not always. I mean, look at how Pelosi's husband. Yeah, that would be a good example. No condolences were ever sent.
yeah, but that's
But
that's not
what do you
kids
mean
good.
by-
That's not
there's no
kids.
but.
That's
That
not kids
means I'm
being
right.
killed.
That means I'm right.
So that's not no. That means it's not
I
kids
have an
being killed.
example
So
that you had to go but.
yeah, but a lot of Democrats were cheering
No, just
for
'cause
what
somebody
happened.
else
I'm
did
just
it, that's other people.
It-
We're not talking about other people.
yeah, we're not talking about other people.
We can talk about Kamala Harris. She sends
So-
condolences even when she shouldn't.
When then she said, and then she laughs. They're like, "Oh, my child was blown up." She'd be like, "Ha ha ha."
I am saying my thoughts
So-
and prayers.
Yeah. Okay, let's go on anyway.
That's my impression. Of
Yeah, yours is almost as bad as hers. You did a pretty good job there.
Yeah, it's
So-
supposed to be.
King Charles said this was a truly appalling attack. Appalling attack.
Appalling.
Yeah, appealing. I caught myself. Appealing. There, my wife and I have been
Appealing attack. I'm considering this-
appalling. I've changed it. My wife and I have been profoundly shocked to hear of the utterly horrific incident in Southport today. Charles
Yeah,
said
I
in a
mean,
statement.
the
Yeah.
person went on a child stabbing rampage. It's fucked up. Everybody agrees, I think.
Okay.
I would hope everybody agrees.
I don't care about their condolences reporting, but that's it. It doesn't get to say what's happening
That's
to
it.
him.
We have no idea what they're charging, if he's going to be charged as a minor or an adult. We'll have to look for a follow-up because you're saying I'm going to be upset that he's not going to really get charged. And I hope you're wrong, you know? Because if you're wrong, that means justice is getting served, right?
Yeah, we'll see.
If you're
here.
right, he's going to get away with stabbing and killing people, which is bad. I think we'll go with bad here on the Borderline Banter.
Yeah. So
Mike,
I
you
just
seem distracted.
yeah, I'm looking at another article. I'm just skimming it to see if they say anything about it.
Oh, about this. Yeah.
Yeah. So
So this looks like
It's
this
pretty
other
much
one
going-
is
it's a
about
little bit-
Northwest England. This is
Yeah.
a Fox News move here.
with the
This
knife,
is,
well, that's crazy.
I think this is a
so.
different situation.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Um,
this is part of me is like, at least it's not an America thing. At least it's not another America mass killing. It's usually us, you know. At least it's not us.
Yeah, that doesn't say anything either. He will walk. He'll
I want to do a follow
he'll
up
spend a year in jail and be like, oh well, you're 18. Bye bye.
because you and me are in agreement.
Yeah.
That's not.
No, he
that
should.
does- no, that's not good. That's not.
He
enough.
should probably spend 60 years in prison.
I don't remember even the numbers. I mean, there's like he killed
60
two
60
people
years
and
in
hurt
prison.
2 people.
9 people. Yeah, so
2 adults, 6 kids. Wait, what's the 9th?
9. Sorry, 7, 8 people. My bad, but
Yeah, so 8 people wounded and 2 people killed. A year is not enough. I don't want
60.
you back on the
Yeah.
street.
Well, you won't. Yeah. Well,
A year's not enough to come back from whatever.
let's
made you
hope.
do this.
We'll see what happens. But maybe
I'm not
maybe more
saying you can
features.
never
But
come back out, but a year? No.
okay.
Hell no.
Well,
And
let's
depending
hit.
on how you are in custody, you may never come out because this is a fucked up thing to do. And if there's any hint that you may do something again, you shouldn't be back out. That's my take.
Okay.
Thanks for joining my TED Talk.
Yeah, let's hit the last.
Let's hit. We got 2 more stories here. This one might be kind of short. I just
Oh
thought
yeah, I
Olympics
forgot
are
about the
boring,
next
but we
two,
should
right,
talk
so.
about them.
Yeah, and I
I
don't
found
think
a
so,
story that does this make it more entertaining? Gizmodo's got this one. Olympic sabotage continues. Someone cut French phone lines overnight. Did you know that people are sabotaging each other at the Olympics?
I'm pretty sure this is almost terrorism, from what I've read.
Maybe.
You're attacking a big event like this in the world stage, trying to prevent something happening. That it happened day one too. We
Doesn't
didn't.
require like a political demand.
Well,
So you have to have like a political point. Like, what's the political point?
to cancel Olympic. I don't know. Maybe we'll find out more. But 2 sabotages in 3 days. You know what I mean? Like there's. And
I mean, if you're trying to make it so that the French team loses, so that your national team wins, yeah, I can see some political stuff there for sure. I can see that. And then it becomes terrorism because you're trying to like ensure. It's kind of like the shit that Hitler tried to do with the Olympics.
Okay, well, let's see. But I just seen a few things. And it is borderline. See what I did there? Terrorism.
Yeah, it's borderline. All right, so these are the phone lines in question, I believe. Yep, SNCF employees and French gendarmes inspect the scene of the suspected attack of the high-speed railway network at Crissol's Way. High-speed railway. Was it the phone lines or the railway?
And they did both. They attacked the rail. I don't know, but they attacked the
Well, this
railway.
does say continues as though there's.
Yeah, they attacked the railway on Friday. I know that. We just didn't talk about it. So.
Okay. So then this is just the continuation of even more stuff. So 5 telecom stations in France were hit on Sunday night in an attack that shut down some services. French authorities said the attacks looked like sabotage.
Yeah.
It was an operation that was prepared. If it wasn't people who work for us, it was people who had information. So they had some inside knowledge on which lines to hit to have.
Yeah. So and that's the director of the telecoms. So he's like, we probably have some moles in here. So
they said the cuts only affected 11,000 people. Under my supervision, the Center for Defense Electronic Communications cooperates with operators until communications and services are fully restored. I condemn in the strongest terms these cowardly and irresponsible acts. Thank you to the teams mobilized this morning to carry out repairs and restore damages to the services. That was Marina Ferrari of France's Minister for Digital Transition and Telecommunications. All right. So the attack happened during the Olympics and followed a similar attack on France's high-speed rail. Okay, there we go. I was hoping the article would do what they usually do.
yeah.
They occurred ahead of the opening ceremony. In that attack, someone set fire to 3 electrical and signal boxes that operate various bits of the country's high-speed rail network. Early reports indicate that the French authorities had disrupted additional similar attacks.
So
Apparently there's a whole bunch of people.
it sounds like just oil, maybe. I don't know. And like
just oil would like glue their hand to something.
Yeah.
Like tomato soup.
But maybe, those 2 people from just oil just got charged and put in prison for throwing soup at a painting. So maybe they're gonna try to smarten up and not get caught and not show their faces anymore. Like, I don't know.
Well, no, I mean there's no signs that were found to say like.
I'm not, and I'm just saying maybe. I'm just saying maybe like just oil. It could be different. Yeah, but there could be. Okay, I get it. I could have easily said it could have been PETA for flipping out loud. I don't know. It could just be an organization like that. You know.
But you understand how if you don't say who you are, the message doesn't come across.
Yes, but maybe they're waiting.
You
Maybe
put the
they're.
power lines. I have no idea who did it.
Okay,
or
wait until a bigger attack and be like, this was all us. But if you say it was us, then they're gonna watch out for you. Maybe they're planning a bigger attack, and this is all build up until the bigger attack.
Those are fair maybes, and I'm gonna take my deduction to say it's most likely not just Stop Oil because they always leave their signage.
And we're on a talk show. We gotta talk to make the time go by. That you'd be like, okay, nope, let's not really open that end. It's not. Okay, you're right. More than likely, it's not. But we gotta talk about it because we haven't hit our hour of the episode yet.
Why are you interrupting?
Why do you always interrupt me?
I didn't interrupt you. I
Not
said
there,
you made
but
a lot of fair points, and then was making my point. You're interrupting mine.
Okay.
You made a lot of fair points, but I'm gonna logically say it's not PETA. It's not just Stop Oil.
Okay.
It's something else. Because those 2 people would let you know it was them. They're always loud and annoying. This wasn't loud and annoying.
And again, there's thousands of
That's my
protests.
logic.
Okay, could be.
This is most likely something else.
It could be vegans against Olympics for all I know. You know, like it could be something. But
So apparently these attacks are being handled by France's Organized Crime Office and Anti-Terrorist Task Force.
Well, there it is.
Well,
They're looking
an
into it.
anti-terrorist task force doesn't make it
Yeah.
terrorism.
Well, they're looking into it, right? So, anti-terrorist.
Which doesn't make it terrorism. Looking into a charge doesn't make a charge true.
That doesn't mean it might be. It could be though.
You know, somebody bringing a drug sniffing dog doesn't mean you have drugs.
Um,
Just because they brought a drug sniffing dog doesn't mean you have drugs.
But why would the person with a drug sniffing dog bring drugs? The other person would bring the drugs out the dog.
So, I mean, they're thinking organized crime, terrorism. I mean, that's
what it seems
doesn't
like.
sound like PETA or just.
Okay, and again, because I don't know any crazy organizations that do stuff like that, so I use those two as an example.
I mean, you could have said Hezbollah.
But Hezbollah would blow the shit, would kill people, not just attack their infrastructure. So
I don't know. Have you not looked at Hezbollah's history? They do a lot of infrastructure-only assaults.
yeah, well,
You really don't know when they've only hit infrastructure because that's common for them.
but they're not going to go in France and do it.
And
That'd
they're
be
a known terrorist organization.
but not in France. There's no need for them to do
What do you
that.
mean
They're
not in
fighting
France?
they're fighting Israel right now. You know,
Talk to
like
people from Europe and ask them how many terrorists are in their country, and just
Oh.
see what they say, and where those terrorists came from, and they'll say
So,
they're coming in from everywhere.
everywhere.
So not in France. Even French people look at you like, "What do you mean not in France? Of course terrorists come over to France. We have this. We're just like everybody else."
Law enforcement might not say who they think's behind the attacks, but politicians, you keep scrolling way too much for me there. Politicians have the same don't have the same problem. So politicians are throwing out names again. It seems like that's what it sounds like. Yeah. Who do they think it is?
The Interior Minister says we have identified profiles of several people. It's traditionally the way far left groups act. Okay, so he didn't say any name. He just said the left did it. So if I
Okay.
look up Gerald Darmanin, am I gonna find out he's a conservative?
Maybe.
He's literally
So.
just pointing and saying, "It's the other side. They did it."
But he said far left. He didn't say left. He said far left. You know. Okay. So what else is?
What is far left? What do you think far left means?
Well, isn't liberal left and then far left is anything on that? I'm not neither, so I don't know. I don't use that term far left. They use it in the
I don't know
sentence,
what far
but
left even means. What does that mean?
so just like far right, far left. There's like
No, far right I can tell you means fascism.
then far left. I don't know.
Government
That's
authoritarian control.
pedophiles. I don't know. So
Far right is they want a fascist dictator. I can
So-
tell you what they want because we've seen far right governments. Hitler.
so
That's far right. Now show me a far left.
communism. I don't know.
You got a leader?
So
that person?
China.
Just say
so-
Mao.
Sorry, China. No.
Just say Mao. It's what everybody else says. Mao, you want another famine? Yeah, look how much communism killed with famines.
French law enforcement announced it had detained a suspect connected to the train sabotage, according to the AFP. But whatever that, the man had peelers, keys to rail equipment, and far left political literature. Far left political literature.
What was AFP?
I don't know. Something, but far left political
Far
literature.
left political literature.
Okay,
Okay.
that's it.
Okay,
No, that's all.
and so what literature? We'll never know. We'll never know
Well,
what far left
I want to
political
see.
literature is.
Honestly, from by the looks of it, it doesn't look like this will end. If they think there's gonna be
Do
more,
we have a copy of Das Kapital?
we'll probably talk about it on Wednesday when there's more stuff going on.
If you
Hopefully,
want-
nobody gets hurt. But
That's an example of far left
Yeah.
political literature, just so you know. Das Kapital.
Yeah.
If you wanted an example. I actually do know what far left is, but
Yeah.
like this article doesn't.
as I was saying,
conservatives don't.
as I was saying, we'll find out probably more on Wednesday, because it's 2 more days away. Something's probably gonna happen. Hopefully, nothing
Well,
bad.
Are you
But
gonna pay
like,
attention to the Olympic storyline? 'Cause I might have trouble doing that. You said, well, I can't promise follow battle.
no, but it'll come to us. Don't you worry. So
Also, this is like after the first incident, they didn't catch anybody. This is the second incident. So
they caught somebody though. He's in jail.
Did
They said they caught the guy who did the train sabotage. He said right at the bottom. It said it.
Did they give us? They didn't give us his name though, did they?
No, but they're not because he was caught with that far right, far left literature. Remember?
They
Connected.
detained
Yeah.
a suspect.
Yeah. So.
That's not found the guy.
Well,
Is
they
this-
detained him.
unless I
Well,
missed something.
they
Detained
detained
the guy.
somebody. They still have somebody that has information.
So they detained somebody who had pliers, keys, and a book. They
Now,
don't have him arrested. They detained him.
unless they let him go to see where he'd go. You know, let him go. Go back to the ant hive. Okay, let's move to the last story here.
And this may have just been their inside man anyways, so I don't know if they have the real culprit or anything. But we do have one last story, and it's sort of a PSA here with the Borderline Banter. We do PSAs here, right?
Yeah. Take it away.
Well, I hate this fucking website. We decided to take up half the screen with an ad. So CBS News brings this one. FDA approves a blood test for colon cancer detection. Well, there you go. Isn't this good news, guys?
I wish they would have told me that this morning, you know? Like...
But you're not
So-
40 yet. You know, you're...
I wish my doctor would have told me that before I went there this morning. No, I'm kidding. So, but
again, this is the FDA, so I don't know if Canada can have it yet.
I think this says that I think there's already something like this available in Canada. To tell you the truth.
That's good.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
it's interesting though how we like fast track this medical stuff when it comes to like men's problems. You know. You know what I mean?
Well, this has been going on for years too. So I don't know. Maybe that's just what they found. I'm sure there's dozens of researchers on every single thing. Just because they found a test to...
There's not dozens of researchers on every single thing.
There should be. Okay, well, there's not.
Well, there
but...
can't be because marijuana is Schedule 1.
So, anyway,
There's my
okay,
example.
anyway, going on and say that's because it's a test. It's not like it's a test,
We'll
you know?
never know if marijuana is actually medicinal as far as colorectal cancer.
They had a test for COVID within a month, you know? Like...
Well, yeah, that got fast tracked.
Yeah.
That was a global health crisis. Do you remember? The
Un-
global health crisis? I remember.
Yeah. Seemed like one, but...
You
Food...
know, it's like one of those events where it's like, oh yeah, that's why we have a government. Like we're supposed to, you know.
The
so we can
FDA,
organize a
FDA
response
approved
to
a
things
blood
like that.
test intended to detect colon cancer on Monday, expanding options for screening for potentially deadly diseases. Yeah, you know, a lot of guys don't want to talk about it, but when you're 40, you literally have to talk about that. That's something you have to do.
Well,
And
I
you're
think they don't
ashamed,
wanna
and you
talk
can't
about it
get.
because the
Can
only
I
way to test
finish?
is to get
Come on.
a finger.
But yes, that's the thing. They're too ashamed to go and talk to the doctor because maybe they have a female doctor. Maybe they just don't want to finger up their butt. Both understandable things, you know. But yes, now they can just go get a blood test, which should just be done with your blood work you get done every year. You're supposed to, even though I don't.
Well, I would slow your
So.
roll. I didn't pre-read this. Did you pre-read this?
No. Again, in Canada, it's different. My bad. My dad. In Canada, they'll screen you for everything all at once, you know.
Right. Well, the thing is, this hasn't indicated it's a replacement for that, you know, advisable
No.
at age 40 go in and get the colon poked.
Okay.
I'd like to read that here before telling our audience you don't need to do the thing that you probably do still need to do, like mammograms for women. Still do it, even if there's a blood test type shit.
Okay, let's see.
I did pre-read to know that this is not 100%. Does that
Okay.
change your mind?
Oh, yeah.
What
I
if it was
guess.
95%? Would that change your mind?
I don't know.
It's actually up
It's
the
83.
screen. What if it was 83?
Yeah, I see that. Don't worry, I saw it.
What if it was not actually guaranteed, and you probably still need to get that other thing done.
Then I guess what's the point? So
The point is, you could do it earlier. I mean, I'm putting that thing off until 40 or 45, whatever the number they say is. I'm waiting until that number.
the blood
If it's
test
a
is
blood
called
test,
Shield.
I might not wait if it's a blood test.
It's approved for screening adults aged 45 and older who are at average risk of the disease. Average risk. Isn't that all males?
Wait. So I can't do it.
Yeah.
That's
Promising
not
results
fair. So right there, that's also, you know, because you're supposed to do that at 40.
The,
So you
the
can just-
approval follows promising results from a clinical study of blood tests from earlier this year. No, they've been doing this in Canada for years. I remember about 8 years ago, they were doing it at a home and garden show here. You got to go in and they would tell you your results right there. It was that quick where they can test it right there.
It was a blood thing.
Yeah. So
What was their percent of efficacy? Because
I-
obviously,
I don't
this
know.
may be an
I never-
improvement upon that.
I didn't
That may
do
be
it.
What they're advertising here is that this is more like I don't know either.
I didn't do it. So
But this is news, so
So-
maybe I don't know. I'm not going to say we just are that far behind Canada. I'm not going to concede that.
well, maybe they just didn't get approved. You know, they had to approve all those guns and not the medical stuff.
Hey, don't
Yeah.
take my gun. Did you look at speaking of Olympics? I forgot to bring this up. Did you look at the results for the shooting? The Olympics. There's a category for shooting.
No. Did
And
America
you know
win?
America and guns.
Yeah.
Yeah. Guess how many medals we fucking got?
All of them?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
No. I'm
FDA
not kidding. We
preview.
got 0 medals.
you? Oh,
in
wow,
shooting.
okay.
Again, it is
Crazy.
embarrassing, America. What the fuck are we doing with all these guns if we're not learning to aim?
I'm gonna keep my comment to myself. But yeah, so cool. So it's 82% chance of having it right. But yeah, if you gotta do it, you gotta do it. Just one of those things. You hate to talk about it, but it is just a thing men got to do at one point in their life. And you got to keep doing it.
Well, the blood test
So-
way of doing it is not really the
No, I'm talking about like
You gotta get
the
yourself
finger.
checked out.
You know, like it sucks, but do it. It takes a minute, and that's all it takes. You know.
Yeah. So the fruit shield. Let's see if there's anything else in here. I don't know, this is
Probably
obviously,
not too much more.
talking
Just
about
going
it.
on.
Shield is available by prescription for eligible individuals. We already said 45 and above. It's expected to be covered for eligible Medicare beneficiaries. This doesn't matter to you in Canada, according to the news release. But this is important. If you're not eligible for Medicare, you're on the hook for the full amount, which is always a lot for drugs
Huh. Well, it's not a drug. It's a blood test.
or medical care. In
Yeah,
general,
so-
I guess. Like you don't even want to know what they charge you for a Ziploc bag.
Oh, look at that. The blood test approves comes at the time when more Americans have been developing colon cancer at a younger age.
Right. Now, can we get this test
McDonald's,
approved for younger people?
all those foods that are out there, you know? Like,
Well, it's
not just McDonald's. No, it's more than just McDonald's, but it's even the food you buy in grocery stores.
Yeah, it's the
Like,
grocery store.
it's,
Yeah, that's where I
it's,
wanted you to go.
it's McDonald's and grocery stores, but it's everything. All that food is all fake nowadays.
Swanson's and Tyson
Yeah.
and all those ones that make frozen shit with all kinds of sugars,
Processed shit,
preservatives,
and
processed
I'm
shit.
addicted to some of that crap too. I'm trying my best to
High
stay away from
fructose.
it, right?
I love fructose.
Red dye 17, whatever it's called, right?
We gotta get the right color.
All right. But yeah, I think
This
that's
is option. It's relatively easy to do, and there's no ick factor. Yeah, so that's kind of what we were trying to say. Although we didn't say ick factor, but that's kind of the point
Yeah.
you were trying to make with being embarrassed part, or even having like you it's your doctor, but like that's also your butthole.
yeah.
Right? And
Yeah.
even if it's a girl doctor, guy doctor, it's still.
I know
something
what
you-
some people might like that though, you know, like whatever, right? So
Look, you're not supposed
Like-
to like your doctor doing it. I want to get that PSA out for people.
So-
If you're going to the doctor and going like, "Woo,"
yeah.
now.
where's
that's
Tartar-
borderline rape of the doctor.
Yeah. So but yeah.
This is what I was trying to say. It will not replace colonoscopy, which remains the current gold standard for catching colon cancer early. And that's what I wanted to make sure you weren't trying to accidentally
Yeah.
say.
That's a test,
'Cause
right? Like
the
it's
doctors
yeah.
are saying the colonoscopy's 100%. This
Yeah,
thing's 83%. So when you're coming up to your mandatory check, the blood test is not enough yet. But I wish they would approve it for younger people so that when you're like 25, you take this test. 30, you
Yeah.
take this test.
Or
35, you
exactly.
take this
Take
test.
it every 5
40,
years.
40, you like, okay, do the other thing.
Yeah.
45, take the test. 50, take the test. 55,
No, after that you still gotta get a finger up the bum every year. So
no, this says this is approved for people 45 or older.
yeah,
So
but
this is
but it's
no
only
one else.
it's
For some
only
reason,
for
they don't have the finger
83%, but it's only 83% perfect.
I
you
feel
know?
like at some point you could take a risk potentially. Like I don't know. Once I'm 60, I'm just gonna risk getting every 5 years to do the blood test type shit.
Yeah.
But like 25, 30, 35, you do the blood test because you don't want that finger yet. But then 40, you take the finger. But if you pass the finger check, then I go back to probably the blood test.
Well, thank you everybody for being here. I appreciate it. Hope you had a good time and all that. Glad we could talk health with you. Yeah. Get checked out. Go to the doctor. We actually always talk about personal health, mental health, and all that on the show. So it does gotta go with what we go with. But yeah.
They're saying that they've recently lowered it from 50 to 45 for the recommended age
Huh.
screening guidelines.
I thought it was 40.
And overall is the third. Well, I thought it was 40 as well. I don't understand why this is saying this, but that's according to colon cancer screening guidelines. Whoever made those, and it's the third most common cancer diagnosed in both women and men.
Huh.
So we
Crazy.
anticipate the 106,000 new cases of colon cancer in 2024.
Darn.
Yeah, so it's
All
a
right.
pretty big deal. But you're right. This is something we kind
It's
of
a
cover.
step forward too. Yeah. Well, if you haven't already, please hit that follow or subscribe button wherever you're watching. We are also on YouTube. That's where our main show is gonna start moving to. So if you haven't already, you can please go follow that. We're just trying to grow there. I like Kick and all that, but it has its issues, and if it disappears one day, then it's gone and we lose everybody. So you can definitely follow us. I'm gonna post it in chat. You can click on that, give us a subscribe, that'd be great. And yeah, if you are on X, Facebook, follow us there too. I'm always posting and having conversations on there. And if you want to be on the show, please give us a shout. Give us an email. We will get back to you. Get you on the show with different opinions, different views. We can talk about anything. Doesn't even have to talk about news or anything. But yeah, shoot us a message and we will definitely book you on the show. And if you want, I'm giving away some stickers to people. Anybody want some stickers? Shoot us a message. I'll send you some stickers. Just borderline banter stickers, nothing too fancy, but I like them. But yeah, and Dustin, you want to finish us off for the night?
As always, we like to end our show letting everybody it's okay not to be okay. Here at the Borderline Banter, we
Thank
like
you,
to
Crystal.
help spread awareness. We just want everybody to be aware there are resources you can use if you're having mental health issues and you need someone to talk to. There's tons of these hotlines. You come to borderlinebanter.com. Got a whole bunch of numbers here. 988 is a number that works in all of North America. I only ask you don't use this number to call for help for somebody else. That causes problems. But yeah, if you need help for yourself and you don't have somebody in your personal life to get a hold of and talk through the shit, there's all kinds of shit here. We want you to use it because we do care about you.
For sure.
A lot. And we care about mental health a lot. So thanks for tuning in, everyone. Appreciate you being here.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to find someone to send us off to. Somebody new, somebody that isn't OnlyFans, because for some reason that's a big thing on Kick too, which is kind of getting annoying. I'm not going to lie. No, let's go to Gameplay Boy. He's always hopping in chat and all that. We'll send you off to Gameplay Boy. Give him some love. Say hi. We will be back Wednesday. See you soon. Bye, Dustin.
Bye, Mike.